events of the first film. Um, what does the Secret Service learn this time? Are they a little bit more precautious about the president, maybe his trip to London?
Right. They know they should be. They absolutely know that. You know that every I must be dotted, every T crossed in terms of protocol, in terms of safety. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they become hyper vigilant since Olympus has fallen,
Okay.
because that was a close call. The White House was decimated, and our POTUS was almost out of there. So
Right.
yeah, being hyper vigilant about every dot being dotted, every T crossed.
Oh, okay. So, what kind of preparation did you have initially for your role as Lynn Jacobs? Did you have any research into the role, or maybe some Secret Service, ex-Secret Service that you worked with?
Yeah, that was great. Antoine, who's the director of Olympus, he initially had retired Secret Service officers who were there with us, just giving us an idea of what protocol would be, what proper protocol would be, how far we could go, what those relationships are like, what would you say, what might you do, options to that, and always to keep it thrilling. So it was fascinating to listen to some of those stories. It was frightening to hear some of those stories. Some of them I did not want to hear. I was like, stop right there. I think I know enough to complete my role.
So,
But thank you, always thank you, and gratitude.
So going back to some of your other roles, a majority of the time you play some very independent and dominant roles. Are these types of roles that you seek out, or are you sought after for these types of roles?
Some of them I sought out, but a lot of times it's just the roles that were available, or the types of stories that were being told during that time, during those years, during that decade. Whether it was a time when biopics were really being done, then they sort of fall out of favor, or the time when miniseries were being done, then they fell out of favor. Now they're coming back into favor. So it was just the choices of the time, and they were the best roles that were available. So I was very pleased to be considered. And I always you know just had a lot of um, gratitude and a lot of respect for those stories being told, for those people, and for their stories being told. So I always approached it with respect, try to get the details right, and just in the playing of them was sort of my giving homage to their lives.
Um, so would you say that these are maybe some of the aspects of your own personality that you bring to a lot of these roles?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope I'm fearless, but I know at all times I am not. I hope I'm resilient. I like to say that. I hope I will, go through the fire and not give up. I think that is a part of me. Although some days you might feel like enough is enough, but I think there's a little bit of them in me.
So, so I got to ask. This is actually going back to a role a while ago when I know you had a superhero role, kind of in Green Lantern, and but way back you were actually one of the top picks among fans for playing Storm in X-Men. Would you ever be interested in doing some sort of superhero role?
Absolutely, I would. Yeah, I remember that. It's funny that you would recall that, but I remember that too.
You were actually
And
my pick.
thank you. Yeah, I would love to. This is, very close. This action thriller, but I would love to. I think I would be quite believable that I could,
Well,
be
thank you.
saving the day.
Well, thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate